Women often live longer than their spouses thanks to a higher life expectancy. And still, very often, they are the least prepared to spend a life on their own, leave alone preparing for it financially or otherwise. None of us even like to talk about uncomfortable things, like, say, losing a spouse or preparing for the possibility of a divorce, which is not that uncommon these days. Welcome to Why Not Mint Money. I'm Nidhi and I have with me my colleague Sunita. Sunita, don't you think it's important for women to be prepared for any eventuality and to face any risks that they have?
Absolutely, Nidhi. Every now and then we come across a neighbor or a family member who's struggling to manage their finances once their spouse dies. Now, in a period of emotional stress, this is actually one worry that they can work on and they can do away with if they get more involved in managing household finances. Isn't it strange, Nidhi, that women are seen as capable of earning an income, managing a household budget, even we are better savers than men, but when it comes to actually investing the savings and securing our financial future, we are seen as less competent. And that is a narrative that many women have bought into too, and they believe that they are not capable of managing their money. And they step back and they cede that responsibility to a male family member. And suddenly, when they have to step up and manage their finances, they flounder.
That's right. Perhaps that's why experts say that it's important to be disciplined and participate in investment decisions right from the beginning. But then what's done cannot be undone. Then what is the next step that women can actually take, Sunita, in such a situation?
Like you said, if so far they have stayed out of the investment decisions or money decisions so far, that cannot be changed. But what can they do if something happens? One thing they shouldn't do is depend upon relatives or even their own children.
It's possible that relatives won't understand the goals that you have. And the most trusted person can, after all, use your funds for their own interests, and you would not even come to know about it.
So you have to take control of the situation, and the first step in that is probably to get all the information together at one place. So if the deceased was employed, then get the employment records together so that you will be ready to make a claim. Or if he is a pensioner, then you have a family pension that you're probably eligible for. So you need the documents to support that. Other documents like the will, the insurance policy, investment documents, all of that is important for you to have in one place so that you know what you are going to have to be able to carry on with life going forward. So that is the first step, getting everything together at one place. At the next stage, once you know what you're going to get, what your source of funds are, you look at your income, you look at your expenses, you look at your goals. Now, if the deceased was employed and their income went a long way in meeting the future goals and needs, then you probably will be happy to have an insurance payout which will help you manage that. Once you have a fair idea of what your income is going to be, you have a look at your expenses and your goals. Sometimes you may have to tone them down. Now, if you're not very skilled in understanding all these nuances, it will probably be a good idea to work with a financial planner who will help you manage all of these details. It is probably a good idea not to make any major financial or life decisions or changes when you're in an emotionally fragile situation. Use this time instead to get a grip on your finances, get all the documents in place, understand the legal issues, do all the transfer of ownership issues, deal with all of that till you are in a position to make rational decisions.
In fact, there are a few simple things that you can do right from the beginning so that you're not caught unawares in such a situations. One of the things that you can do is participate in financial decisions right from the beginning and be part of the entire financial aspect of the household. This may help you not trip up when the actual situation arises and you need the documents or any financial information that you may need at that point of time. So it's important to be really clued in right from the beginning. This brings us to another challenging situation that women often face, and that is the event of divorce. Now, it may be very unpleasant to talk about it, but it's best to be prepared for it.
That's right. In a marriage, a woman doesn't want to be seen as mercenary, So they are hesitant to talk about money matters, especially when it comes to what their entitlements are. So in such a situation, when they avoid raising the topic, what they're effectively doing is harming their own interest. So actually, if the woman has been employed and is used to managing her finances so far, it is easier for her to initiate the discussion about where the investments are and how they would like to move forward with their own personal goals and with their family goals. So it is easier. And one important thing that women need to remember is that joint holding is a good way to establish their, how do you say, right, or their
right
entitlement to an asset. So for an employed woman, it is easier. But what does a woman without an independent source of income do, Nidhi? How does she bring the discussion around to making sure that her entitlement to assets is also protected?
Actually, one way to do that is to involve a financial planner. As in, the minute a professional comes into the picture, automatically the financial interests of the whole family are taken into consideration, and women's rights are very much a part of the whole financial planning exercise and conversation.
Right.
If the situation does come to divorce, then getting professional legal advice is also equally important, so that you know what you're getting, what is due to you, what is your right and what is not. And once the divorce is through, the woman has to be ready to take charge of the financial situation. And this includes looking at your income, your expenses, your kids' needs in terms of the goals related to them. And all of it needs a relook perhaps at this stage. And here again, a financial planner may really help you take the entire process forward.
A divorce means a change of situation, a change of income, a change of expenses. So a financial planner will be very helpful in, sort of putting you on a new track and getting you going. So let us take a resolve to, get more active in all those financial matters that have an impact on us.
Take your life under your own wings. Take charge of your money. That is all from us today. Thank you for watching Why Not Mint Money.